Hi guys, I'm Andy. Welcome back to Backpacking UK. If hiking, backpacking, wild camping are your thing, please hit that subscribe button because that's what this channel is all about. Right, we're here today in Snowdonia to tackle Moel Siobod, which we've done. So it was wet and windy, so we took the day bags. So we've summited that because we wanted to do the scramble route. So now we've got about 8 miles in our legs, round about 1,000 metres of elevation in there too. We've got the big backpacking bags on and we are going back up to Moel Siobod to go wild camping. Right, so that's Moel Siobod done. We've got the big backpacking bags on. So I've got my MSR access to round about bedtime. So we've got to get there first. As usual, time's not on our side. However, we've got a couple of really good wild camping spots. We love wild camping in Snowdonia, so it's good to be back. The weather hasn't changed. But yeah, we've had a cracking day so far. If you want to see more of the hiking videos, I'm going to put the best bits in shortly. If you want to see lots about the hiking, check out my Insta, which is backpacking_UK. So off to wild camping. We've got some new camping gear to show you today. So enough of me talking, let's see what we've been up to today. Right, so that's Moel Siobod done. We came up the grade 1 scramble route in the wind and the rain. A bit sketchy at times. Tricky bit at the start, a tricky bit at the end too. But we made it. If you stand just up there, it's blowing a gale. So we did really well today. We've got the little day bags on. Didn't want to risk it with the big backpacks on. It's just a little bit sketchy. Moel Siobod in the rain and in the wet. A lot of these rocks are quite slippy. It just wasn't worth it. So we've had a great route up here. Got up here pretty quickly, to be fair. So now we're just making our way to the other car, and then it's back down to get the big bags on and go wild camping. So, as you can see, wind's picked up again. The forecast is dreadful. Gale force winds, double rain all the way through the night. So we could well be wild camping in the rain. But the optimists as we are, we've bought all the gear, prepared for the worst, hoped for the best. So we've got extreme mark. So basically, unless it involves a near-death experience, Mark isn't interested, but because we were scrambling today, he was well up for it. And B, Brian, the one that does all of his backpacking trips in the Highlands, he's come for a mini adventure today. So we're not too far away now, which is good, because as you can see, starting to get a little bit dark, and no doubt our head torches are probably at the bottom of our backpacks. But look at this. It's lovely. It really is. But where we are wild camping is the old disused quarry, which has got loads of cool places to wild camp. Usually we like camping on summits if we can, but there's just way too much wind today. So we're going to use some of the old quarry like outhouses, houses, to base ourselves in. Here they come. Probably a bit weary after today's hiking session, but look at that lovely scenery around here. Absolutely gorgeous. And that's where we're going, up there to the old quarry. So a little bit further up, we're going to try and use these little outhouses here like this. So some of the old derelict quarry buildings. But look at that for a little spot. It's wicked. And then this is like the master bedroom here. There's loads of smart places. So if you're one of those people that's always unsure where to go wild camping, this is a great start. Just filled up water bottles from the little stream and heading off up high to our wild camping spot. Alright, let's do this. See, some more outbuildings. more behind me here. And Moel Siobod just up there to the other side. What a wicked place. It's so cool. So look at this. Look how cool this place is. Awesome. And that is the proper old quarry, complete with waterfalls galore on a day like today. However, we will not be wild camping there. So this is our wild camping spot in these outbuildings here. Right, so it's just started chucking it down. So I've got my MSR Access 2 tent. It's a 4-season tent which bizarrely pitches in a first. Now don't ask me why anyone would make a tent, a 4-season tent that pitches in a first. However, that's exactly what MSR have done, so I've got to be quick. Shocking. I've got myself a little bench there, which is a nice touch. And then in here, this is my sitting room for the evening. Look at this. This is absolutely awesome. Can't wait to sink a few beers in here. Right, let's take a look at this MSR Access 2. Well, I've had to put rocks on all the points because it's already so windy, and this tent likes to move around, so I'm not holding out for much sleep tonight. But luckily there's loads of rocks, but pegs just aren't going in the soil. It's really difficult. Right, so one of the new bits of kit I bought with me today is my Flex Tail Gear Tiny Pump X2. So I had the first one, however the second version of this is much better made. The first one kept going off in my backpack. It was really annoying. So it's got proper buttons on now with rubber behind them too, but it's exactly the same thing. Super light. Also acts as a lantern, which I will be using. But first of all, got to blow up my pad. So because this mat did so well with my Lake District wild camping trip, I'm using a big Agnes Rapide SL insulated mat again. It was so comfy, it was ridiculously comfy, and it's insulated too. I think it's got an R rating of 4.2. And that's it, big Agnes mat, fully pumped up. So next up, I've got my nature hike snowbird down sleeping bag. It's like a budget down sleeping bag. Packs down really small, lofts up really big. You just got to remember, give them a good old shake, because you want all that loft to come back out, and that's where the warmth is. So to finish off my sleep system, I've got my Nemo Philo Elite pillow, which is basically a tiny little pillow, but it's got a layer of sponge, and the fabric's absolutely, God, lovely against your face. that is it. Now to do my cooking tonight, I've bought my Jetboil Mini Mo. Absolutely love this bit of kit. Touch wood, it's never let me down. It's so good. It's expensive, but it's really good. Now in my little electrical sack, big battery pack, I might put the link in the description actually to Amazon, because it's a really good one and there's lots of really not so good ones. Load of leads, my earphones, because the weather forecast is rain. And I'd rather listen to music than rain all night. In one of my little dry bags here, I've got some lights, hat, neck thingy and an eye mask, which I don't know why I bought that, because it's very dark. Absolute waste of time. Don't need eye masks in winter. It's just a ridiculous thing to bring. In another one of my little dry bags, got my toiletries, toothbrush, toothpaste, earplugs. I'll need my earplugs, Vaseline for my lips and some hand wipes. That is in there. Then in my other big bag is my food bag. So I've got a sponge, Sea to Summit mug, some Marsh Pig hot and sweet beef jerky. Oh, I had the chili beef one earlier, it was amazing. Got my coffee, got my chocky pudding. What's this? Is this nutty chocolate brownie? That is, gonna have that, especially if it gets a bit cold. Sea to Summit cutlery set, it's about a few quid. Absolutely brilliant, really good quality, and they've lasted for ages, so that's really good. Then got my Sea to Summit dry bag, skins. I'm going to sleep in those. A pair of boxer shorts, other skins, spare pair of socks, and my big, oh, it's lovely, this mountain equipment light line down jacket. When this puffs up, this is really warm, and it's just starting to cool down. And I've got my fuel porridge for the morning, and I'm gonna cook up my dinner in a second. I've got a lovely pasta dish to show you. Right, so to finish my camping gear loadout, I've got a few coffee creamers, might have stolen them from the garage from coffee in the morning. 3 Beavertown neck oil ales, which are amazing. My Decathlon mat, which is awesome. My cheap Amazon kind of mat tarp thing that I put stuff on so you don't get wet. It's absolutely awesome. Got posh pasta and sauce. Tesco meal deal, 4 quid. Tastes amazing. I've got my GSI spice missiles as well. It's got some little spices to spice it up with. So first things first. Right, dinner time. So I'm going to be using my Jetboil Mini Mo. The Jetboil Mini Mo is really good for cooking on because it's got very good valve, good simmer function. It's also got regulator as well, so it's good when it's freezing cold. For days like today, is some of the water that I filled up earlier. So the pasta dish I've got today is Nuja, mascarpone and red onion ravioli. Now I'm pretty sure Nuja is that really nice spicy sausage. So that's what we've got cooking today. Like I say, it's really quick. 3 minutes.
the simmer from the pasta. Look how good the valve is on this Jetball Minimo. So good. That's it. Time to get the pasta on. Oh, it's starting to smell good. And now for the special ingredient. A little bit of GSI spice on this oil, which bottom part got a load of fresh garlic. Oh, it's garlic smell. Now, special tomato sauce. Let's get that in there. It's going in. Yes. It's taking absolutely ages because it's so windy. Flame keeps going out. Camera keeps falling over. Right, now for the taste test. So my 3-minute pasta just taken about an hour to cook. I should have started up backpacking UK on Insta first. It's so hard to do videos in the wind and rain. Oh wow, that's amazing. To be fair, it was worth the wait. Albeit a very, very long wait. Yeah, you can't beat fresh pasta and a fresh pasta sauce. Put a lot of garlic in there. And a lot of pepper. And a lot of spices. It's a taste sensation, that's for sure. Awesome. Right, so as usual, it's round about bedtime, and the wind and rain kicked in. To be honest, it's been going for about an hour. I don't think it's going to stop. Oh, again. This is what always happens. It doesn't matter what the forecasting is, it always happens. So, anyway, we've had an awesome day today. Still brilliant coming well camping, even if the weather's not great. I've had a good laugh, a few beers. Just be nice to get a few hours sleep, that's all. Right, the rain's finally stopped, so fingers crossed, might actually get some sleep. We'll see. Oh, good morning. If you could call it good morning. Oh my days. Oh, the gusts and the rain. To be fair, the gusts weren't as bad as we were expecting, but still battering this tent. Good job I put rocks over the guy lines and the pegs, otherwise this tent would be in England by now. But just that rain, just relentless. It really is. Right, so back to boiling water in the tent again. It's not ideal. Just going to vent it a little bit when it is raining. Right, so that's my water one. So as usual, I've got one of my little coffee brewer coffee filters. This is a strong one. I need this today, that's for sure. Smells divine. So let's put some of this in. Right, so leaving this for 8 minutes to brew. Got my fuel protein porridge from Tesco's. They're quite cheap really, and they taste really, really good. So what do I think about the gear that I slept in last night? Once again, it's pillow, super, super comfy. The mat is just in a different league. I cannot recommend this mat enough. Probably out of all the gear I own, and that's saying a lot because I've got a lot of gear. The old Nature Hike Snowbird sleeping bag, definitely the right choice. A slightly lighter down sleeping bag. It's really, really comfy. I'm really happy with the sleep system. The tent did exceptionally well. Now, one good thing that gets missed with inner pitch first tents is always that the inner is really nice and taut. So all of those of you will know that's got an outer and inner pitch together tent, the inner's usually like flapping about in the wind. Whereas, because this clips directly onto your tent poles, there's no flapping. So the outer flaps, the inner's nice and rigid, and it's actually quite a nice place to be when it's windy. So I'm well impressed with that. So our plan for today is, fingers crossed, we get some sort of sunrise. It's 6:30 at the moment, and I've been up so long, I do not want to miss sunrise if there is one, because there's no excuses whatsoever. Oh, coffee creamers are the way forward. They really are. Don't bother with milk anymore, coffee creamers. So these fuel porridges, great if you've got the space, because there's obviously like a lot of air in there. However, one of my Bright Spark subscribers said, just tip the porridge into a little food bag, which is a cracking idea because it won't take up any space at all then, and you've still got the same tasty porridge. You just need to make sure you've got some sort of container to put it back in with and a lid when you actually want to add boiling water to it. Oh, it wasn't like this yesterday. This is how much it rained last night. Right, so that's it. That is the end of our Moel Siobod adventure. The wild camp wasn't quite as good as I'd hoped. However, it was still better than the weather forecast suggested. But it's just so wet. It's really wet. Oh my gosh. I'd definitely recommend it though. Quick review of my hiking gear. Salomon Element hiker boots, which are the lightweight version of the Salomon Quest hiker boots. They've been absolutely superb. Haven't let any water in. Sprayway jackets. I've had them for years now. Never let me down. And I've got these new Berghaus Vortex waterproof bottoms too. They've been superb. They've got like two-way zips, so they're easy to get on and off too. So hiking gear's been great. Backpacking gear's been pretty good. MSR access too. Well, I'll have a think about that before I give you my final summary on that. But the Terra Nova 7.2, really well built tent, good shape.
Yeah, it's just a cracking tent really. It's definitely better than the Pioneer 2, that's for sure. But hopefully you've enjoyed this wild camping in Snowdonia video, and I hope to see you wild camping soon. Cheers.